So about a month ago, I got an email from Pentax asking if I wanted to test out their new half-frame 35mm camera. And this is it. It's the Pentax17. And it's actually a really nice put-together camera. Obviously, they've sent me this to play with, but I think it's mine to keep. I might give it away in a thing. It's a brilliant little camera. I've used it. I've put 2 rolls of HP5 through it, which I'll show you on the end of this video. There's currently some 400 Kodak Ultramax in there. I think it's Ultramax, not gold. A few things to note on the top dial. We've got exposure compensation, which is brilliant because that's how I tend to shoot a lot of stuff. When I used to use the X Pro 2 and the X100V, I always use it in aperture priority mode and thumb on that all the time. The compensation dial, which is brilliant in when you're playing with tricky light. A few modes on here. This one's been set to program for the HP5 shots, but you'll notice there we've got sort of like the program mode, which is with flash. There's a slow sync flash mode, and again a nighttime mode. Anything in that, is it green or yellow? I'm colorblind. Anything in that green or yellow section, the flash will fire, and anything outside of that, the flash won't fire. On the other side, we've got program mode, night mode, bokeh mode, which I imagine is just the minimum kind of depth of the minimum aperture, and also a bulb setting as well, so you can be quite creative with that. And everything else is pretty straightforward. It's a zone focusing 25mm lens. The zone focusing increments, you can actually see them through the viewfinder. There's a little kind of downward periscope that faces that, like you get on the Nikon F3. But it's got a lovely little chunky hand grip, and it's got a built-in flash. I can't fault it, to be honest. When I first found out it was going to be half frame, I was a little bit because being a medium format geek, I was hoping for a 6.7, but obviously that's not going to happen. It never was going to happen. But a half frame 35mm, half frame's particularly well suited to sort of like Instagram reels and stuff like that. So anyone new to film, anyone wanting to get into film with social media in mind, this is a perfect little camera, little half frame camera. The lens is fairly sharp. I'll run through some images now with you. As I said, these are on HP5 in very, very dull conditions, but it did give good contrast. So, which I was quite surprised at because I was unsure, and I'm always unsure with zone focusing. But with this, it seemed to work quite well. I struggled with the close-up stuff with the portraits of my dog, but that's probably more down to me. I'll with the colour film, I'll do a few tests with that with proper portraits. I'm going to use it on a proper shoot on Wednesday in Manchester. But yeah, it's a cool little camera. Also, while I'm here in the car and while it's quiet, the reason I'm in the car is because I forgot the little wind cheater for the mic. So I've had to sit in the car. I was actually out taking pictures on a cricket pitch, and then the guy with the lawnmower man came out and proceeded to ruin everything. So I'm sat in the car. So while it's quiet, when these two cars pass, I'll just let you hear the shutter. The shutter is really, really quiet, which is cool for street photography. I know a lot of people are quite self-conscious sometimes if they've got a really noisy shutter. So how quiet's that? Car! There's another car. Hang on. Ready? Quiet. Quiet as a mouse. Little film holder memo thing on the back. What else has it got? There's the battery goes in there, and there's a tripod bush underneath for the bulb mode, and also the rewind release. Traditional old rewind your film kind of method. Yeah, all in all, that is a great little camera. That's a fantastic little camera. Love it. Enjoy the pics.